this video, we are going to learn how to copy our first floor to the second and the third floor. In my Revit file, I want you to notice that the levels that we created are now showing up here as floor plans. We have level 1, level 2, level 3, parapet, roof, and then of course there's always a site drawing in there. So at this point, you have completed your entire first floor. You should have door tags, you should have room tags, you should have your stairwell walls that are going up to your roof, your elevator walls that are going up to your roof, any other walls that go up to, say, the second level. So if I were to go look at my level 2 plan, this is all that I see. This wall here and this wall here, they go up to the roof. Same with my elevator shaft walls. The rest of my walls I am not seeing because they are below this level. So if I go now to my 3D view, I can see the same stuff here, but it's a little bit clearer on what's going on. So what we want to be very, very careful of, and I'm going to go back to my first floor, is that we don't duplicate anything that is going all the way up. In my case, all I have are my perimeter walls, my stair walls, my elevator walls, and my curtain walls. So the best thing to do when we get ready to copy from one level to the other is to hide the elements that we don't want to copy, because it's so simple to grab something and do that. One thing I can do very easily, like for instance, you have columns. I don't actually show any columns here, but I have my column grid. One of the very first things I can do is I can window and I can use this filter. If I go to my filter, I can decide what I want to select and not select. So for instance, if I did have columns, I could do check none and I could click on columns. In this case, I'm going to click on doors just so I can show you an example. And I'm going to say OK. And now you notice my selection is only my doors. So if I now wanted to hide those so that I wouldn't copy them to the second level, all I have to do is right click on one of them and do hide in view and do category. So now all of my doors are hidden. Say if I didn't want these tags, I could just grab them, and again, I don't need to use my filter in this case because they're by themselves and I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to, originally, I'm going to hold down the control key and I'm going to go around and I'm going to select all of my perimeter walls because I definitely don't want to copy them up. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my curtain walls, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to do hide in view, and this time I'm going to pick elements, because if I just select walls, it's going to pick my interior walls too. I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to pick category, I'm going to pick elements. And you'll see now all of those are hidden. Now my windows, I may want to copy them up. But if I go to my second level, in my case, I already have windows on the second level. I'm going to actually take them out because I noticed when I was doing my elevation changes that they were not at the right height. So again, I'm just going to hold down my control key and I'm going to window that, and I'm going to do my filter, and I'm going to undo the walls, and I'm going to do the windows, and I'm going to hit delete. And then just to make sure, I'm going to look at level 3 and I'm good there. So I'm going to go back to level 1. So I'm going to leave my windows on, because what you'll see is it's going to copy them to the exact same elevation height off of the floor that they are on this level, which is a good thing. I do want to copy my stairs up, so I'm going to leave them. I want to copy my doors, so I'm going to leave them. I noticed a couple of walls here. Now that I have those selected, again, I'm just going to right click and I'm going to do hide in view, and I'm just going to do elements. My doors I want to copy up, my door tags I want to copy up, my walls I want to copy up, my windows I want to copy up, and my stairs I want to copy up. So I think I have everything. You'll have things like room tags, etc. Depending on what elevator you used, You may want to turn this off, or you may want to go ahead and copy it on up. Again, to be on the safe side at this point, I'm going to select it and I'm going to hide it because I don't want to duplicate it. So now I am ready to copy up. So I'm going to select everything that I have remaining. I'm going to go right up here to my clipboard, and you'll see you have a copy to clipboard button. So I'm going to click on that. And now my paste becomes active. If I go to paste and click on it, you see I have paste from clipboard. I have aligned to selected levels. I have aligned to selected views. I have aligned to current view, same place, and picked. If I click on paste and I do align to selected views, then I can pick my level 2, and if I hold down the control key, I can pick my level 3 and do both at the same time. So I can say okay. So now, before I turn everything back on here, I want to go check my 2 levels and make sure it did do what I wanted it to do. So that looks really good. Level 3 looks really good also. So I think I'm in good shape. So now I'm going to go back to my level 1. And I can come down here to reveal hidden elements. It's a little light bulb. If I click on that, it's going to show me what I have hidden. And all I have to do is select everything again. Hold down the control key. Here I want to be careful because I don't want to select that little site emblem piece that's in there. And then I can do unhide elements and then close. And now everything is back on. So now if I go to my level 2, so now I'm on level 2, so a couple of things I need to do. One is I now need to change all my door numbers. If you did your door numbers correctly, they should be 100 from the first level. So here, whatever door number you have, all you got to do is change it to 200. You'll do the same thing with the room tags. You'll just go in and change them. If they're numbered 101, you'll change it to 201. Same thing on the 3rd floor to become 300, 301, etc. The other thing that's going to be a little bit different is, and it's not showing on mine, but you have an elevator equipment room on the 1st level. You don't need that room on the 2nd and the 3rd level. So you can, A, if it works well with your plan, you can delete it off the 2nd and 3rd floor, or B, you can just change it to a storage room and you don't have to worry about making any other changes. The other thing you've got to think about is where your atrium space is going to be now that you're up on the 2nd and the 3rd level. Hopefully you've already pre-thought about that and you know what to do there. If you recall, I had copied my windows up onto my other levels, so I want to go and check to make sure they came in the way that I thought they would. So if I go to my north elevation, it worked out really nicely that they all align. They're all the same level off of the floor line. Here though, I have a little bit of issue. I have doors coming out. Typically what I like to do, I like to make a window in these locations. What I would do is take those out, and I would do, and you can make changes in your floor plan through your elevation. So I would do copy, and I'm going to pick the midpoint of that, and I'll come back and adjust it if I need to, and place it there, and then do the same thing over here. And then I can use my detail line to make sure I have them in alignment. And I would do the same over here, but I'm not going to spend the time to do it right now. So this elevation now looks like the way that I want it. I'm going to go to my south elevation, and it looks really good too. So that's what I wanted to have happen. So that turned out really well to do that. The next thing I want to do is I want to go to my 3D view. And if I go to my home view, you can see that I did copy everything up just like I wanted it to. Again, always checking before you move on to the next step. Now on yours, you're not going to have these big gaps here. You're going to have a small gap if you did the 1311, or if you took them all the way up to the roof, then you would have a solid wall there. But my walls were all set at 9'6", so I have a big gap here. Another issue I see is I have a stair coming out of my roof. If I rotate over here, you can see I should not have copied that stair up to the 3rd floor. That's very easy to take care of. If I just click on the stair and do delete, it's gone. If I want to go and check to make sure that it does look correct, I can go back to my plan. I can do my section mark, and I can do a section through there. Double click on that, and I can see that I have stairs going up to level 2, and I have stairs going up to level 3, and that's what I need to have happen. Other than that, I think this looks really good, and next we will go over how to do the curtain wall.